to Kerith today. My name's Natalie and this is Ben, and we are very, very pleased you've chosen to join us on this glorious morning.
It's actually looking all right, isn't it?
It is.
It's actually looking pretty good today here in Bracknell. How is it where you are? Let us know in the chat where you're watching from, and what's the weather like? Like true British people.
Jealous of the weather. Yes, so British of us.
That's sad, isn't it?
Let's not talk about the weather anymore.
Yeah. Anything but the weather. Anything but the weather.
Any momentous occasions in your week this week, Ben?
Well, obviously it was Easter last weekend, and it feels weird. It feels like a age away, doesn't it, already? But no, it was really nice. The Easter Sunday, after church had finished, I went home because obviously I'm here in the Kerith Centre, and we had my parents over in our garden.
Nice.
So that was really nice. And actually, I don't know if you remember, but Saturday, around here anyway, was miserable. Not to talk about the weather again, but it was cold. But then Sunday, it was beautiful.
It was really nice,
wasn't it? So I hope you had a good
really
Easter weekend. I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was great. So that was really nice. And then this week's been pretty sort of standard. Nothing much. What about you?
Yeah, well, I'm on my school holidays, so absolutely living the dream.
Amazing.
I was saying to a few people, I feel like I've over-socialised this week. I'm just sort of like, I'm at a point where I'm like, I can't do any more people. No, I'm such an extrovert, but I think it's just been such a long time. I'm not sure I'm very good at socialising anymore, Ben.
I'm sure you're fine, Natalie. You're probably okay.
Thank you.
But we've had so much time without people.
Well, this is the thing,
and
isn't it?
You're almost like, there's loads of people that you want to see, and you now can on some level, and you sort of want to see all those people, but at the same time, like there's a lot going on. So
I think I'm used to being surrounded by people, but like 150 teenagers in my job, not like actual adults.
Oh, no, true. It's true.
But saying that, I've done a little bit of stuff with youth this week, which has been really fun.
Oh, nice.
Getting stuck in with that, and seen lots of friends.
Yeah, we'll find out a little bit more about what's going on with youth a bit later as well. So looking forward to showing you that as well. So do let us know in the chat how you're doing. What have you been doing this week? The first week that we've really been able to kind of get out, or second week, isn't it? To get out there and see more people. I hope you've been making the most of it and being able to connect to some of your loved ones and things like that. So do let us know in the chat. Hello to Mish, Noah, Betsy, and others who are chatting away already, either on YouTube, you can chat on YouTube, or you can chat on the church website, of course, as well. Right, now, today's, Natalie, we've got a game, haven't we?
We have got a game. It's a very exciting game, and I'm really pleased that we're not doing it, because I felt like I got a lot of criticism in the chat last week for just laughing at you.
Laughing at me, I was victorious. Go back and watch it if you missed it.
Yeah, it was good. But this week we have got 2 contestants in the Kerith Auditorium, and they are going to be building the longest marble run possible. Do you remember Marble Run, Ben?
Well, yes, marble runs are a big part of my life right now with a toddler. They love it.
Your oldest, Jasper, loves a marble run.
Loves a good marble run.
And he's so good at it as well. He's really good at building them.
I love that you can be good at a marble run.
Well, yeah, you can be. As we're going to prove today.
So, shall we say hello to our contestants today? We have Joe Phillips and we have Tom Astley. Give it up for these guys. Woo! You heroes. Guys, how are you doing today?
Doing well, prepared.
Doing good. I'm feeling so competitive today, so bring it on.
Got the win in the bag.
You got a win in the bag. Should we explain the rules?
Yes. Okay. So the rules. Your challenge is to build the longest marble run, and at the end of the challenge, you're going to put 5 marbles down it, and the person whose 5th marble takes the longest to get through is the winner. That was the worst explanation.
I think it makes sense.
Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. So make sure that you're building
tactically, yes. So, Tom, as a professional marble run creator, what preparation have you put in for today's event?
Well, this is what I'm going to be building, and to help me do this, I've been helping my 15-month-old daughter with Peter Rabbit puzzles and jigsaws.
Peter Rabbit as well.
All over that.
Top level.
Great.
I think that'll put me in good stead.
I feel he knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing.
Joe, are you feeling confident today, or you're not so sure after hearing that from Tom?
I can one-up him. I have spent hours with the Lord. I have been asking for his favour, for his blessing, for his goodness, and just the wisdom and discernment that I need to build this amazingly tall tower.
I love it. Love it.
Wow.
She's been reading about the rivers of life, the marble runs of life. That's what she's been doing.
Okay, so we're going to count you down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you're going to go, and then we're going to come back to you a little bit later to see how you're doing. Are you guys ready?
Ready.
So,
ready.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Unbelievable, starting already. Go. So look at the amount of pieces there are in this marble run.
Yeah, there's quite a lot there.
A huge amount. So they've got a lot of work.
It might be a bit cheating when people steal other people's parts.
Yeah, yeah.
Jo's already cheating.
I'm not cheating.
She's already cheating.
Okay, we're going to leave you to it, guys. We'll come back to you a little bit later, see how they're getting on with the marble run there, Tom
Very
v Joe.
exciting. I did not realise that Tom was that competitive.
Oh.
Ida, who's probably watching, will probably know
If
that
I've
Tom
learned-
is competitive.
If I've learned anything this year through these games that we do on church, people are very competitive.
People love it. Why don't you pop in the chat who you're cheering for when it comes to creating the longest marble run? And remember, it's it's like the length of time that the marble gets down, not just the length of the marble run.
Very true, very true.
This is a high level competition.
Today we are going to be interviewing Debs Field, aren't we? So we're going to be finding out a little bit more about Debs, who has been leading a small group recently in church life. So let's give a hand to Debs. Good morning, Debs. How are you doing?
Yeah, good. Thanks for having me.
Good. Before we start with the questions, obviously marble run, you have a toddler and young children yourself. Any tactics that you'd use with marble runs? What advice would you give these guys?
We don't just limit it to the marble run structure. We will use tables, chairs, all sorts of additional tools in order to make it as high as possible.
Very good.
I like it. Wow, we should have got Debs in for it.
Maybe you should have been a contestant on it. That's very good,
That's
actually.
so good.
Very good.
Well, Debs, will you tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us a bit about your story of faith?
Yeah. So I'm Debs. So I've been part of Kerith for almost 8 years now, part of the BV site. And so I moved to Kerith. I'm originally a posh Scouser. From the northwest coast, and I've grown up in a Christian family. My parents raised me as a Christian. My siblings and I all still have a relationship with God, which is amazing. So being a Christian, God, it's always been a very integral part of my life, and it's been great to find a home at Kerith for the past 8 years. We moved here when we got married, so I'm married to Callum, who heads up all things production and tech at Kerith, and hence why I'm very well lit. Had to be very well lit. Being on screen, couldn't let the production elements down. So it's we've got 2 little ones. So we have Fliss, who's about to turn 4, and our son Jesse is almost 18 months.
Nice. And you're in comms business. Tell us a little bit about what you do for a living. Can you hear us all right?
So I do communications and government affairs for pharmaceuticals. So basically what that means is that I write and ultimately that's kind of the aim of the game. I absolutely love it. I've been doing communications for quite a while now, and it's just about taking really complex science and trying to make it simple, really, for the public and politicians to understand.
That's cool.
Love that.
Cool. I know. I think
That's
it's really
great.
Cool.
And tell us a little bit about your small group. So last term you led the Wellbeing Small Group, where you had the honour of both myself and Ben attending. Yeah. Tell us what led you to make that step into leading a small group.
Yeah, so there was a couple of reasons. We've always kind of put off doing a bit of a small group, not because we didn't want to, but because we never physically had the space. We've got a lovely house, but to try and fit the 11 people that we had in a small group in the lounge, we could have people tucked under the stairs. So it's kind of always been a bit difficult, whereas actually having the online formats meant that we could have as many as we wanted, and we had that freedom of meeting with people and not feeling restrained by the size of our house, which was lovely. I think also we're both really passionate about what the Wellbeing Project was about, and it's been really important, especially in this season, that we all have that opportunity to come together and talk about where we're at. So I think just being able to get behind that kind of course and actually step up to run that was really, really good fun. And I think also for Callum and I, because he obviously works a lot on Sunday and a lot of the big church events, we very rarely get to have something that's focused on our faith together. We often have to do it separately. Either one of us has to stay home to look after the kids while one of us goes to a small group, or So it was also a really nice opportunity for us to do something together and actually run something together and have a bit of a laugh together. So yeah, it's been really worthwhile. I've really enjoyed it, and I'm a firm believer that yes, the church is there for you, but you're also there for the church. And actually, you have to step up and play your part and try and support the community. So it's really lovely to feel a part of that, especially as there were like over 50 wellbeing small groups. It was great to feel like we were kind of an army of wellbeing ambassadors within the church. It was great.
Yeah, I love that. Church isn't just for you, but you're there for the church. That's really cool, and we appreciated being led by you guys in that small group. It was really good. So, tell us about, I guess, the experience of leading a small group. What was it like? What were some of the kind of bits that you found really easy and straightforward? But similarly, what were the kind of challenges in it and obstacles you had to overcome?
Yeah, so I think when we approached the small group, it was really important to us both that we did it in our own style. And I think that's really important. Like, I think there are different styles that fit different people. And I think having a variety of small groups that take different approaches. So it was great to have all of the resources from the wellbeing course. That was definitely like a plus of not having to think about what materials and what you were going to talk about each week, but actually having that given to you made it really straightforward. But we did have to inject quite a lot of the fun because that's just how we work. So obviously starting every kind of week with a different ridiculous quiz. I think they got more ridiculous as the weeks got on. I think we started loosely like along a theme of the week, and then we just completely lost it by the end of it. But yeah, having a game. And I think also like we threw out a lot of questions. It's really good to have like a community where you're getting to know each other. There were people I'd never met before, and obviously you guys that I did know, and actually having those questions that we could throw out to find out a bit more about each other in a way that felt comfortable. You weren't, you're not on like mastermind and getting quizzed about anything, but actually just being asked about you. So, learning that one of our small group had been to the Antarctic, knowing about one loving to go off and ride a Shetland pony, knowing about one that, was coached by a famous ex-football manager, like all of these different things that kind of came out from our conversations. I've really loved and enjoyed hearing about things, and then getting into the detail of the course. You kind of build up that community whilst you're studying the course, and I've loved that. I think that's brilliant.
Yeah. I think something that sort of struck me about our group, obviously I can't speak for every group, but I know our group, there was a mixture of people for me that I knew really well, and then other people that I didn't know at all until we started the group. And there was this sort of ability, even for people you know really well, sometimes you don't really have those sorts of conversations. But it's almost like a structured time where you're going to have sort of those conversations that might delve into some stuff. And I quite appreciated that as part of the small group as well. But anyway, were there any challenges, any things that you were like, cool, this is hard? And does that have interest?
Other than
I think like maintaining momentum, and I think knowing that people are quite screen fatigued was a really important factor for us to be aware of. Like, I think having a way that we could keep the sessions, we'd be really strict that our group was only going to be for that hour, and actually we had to respect people's time and boundaries, that they don't want to be staring at a screen for too long. I think that was something that was really important that we tried to manage. And I think also when you have the face-to-face, you have that wandering in all at different times, grabbing a coffee, having a bit of chit chat over here, and that was why we kind of opened up the Zoom kind of 15 minutes before we actually started to try and replicate that feeling of just rock up when you're ready. If you're ready a bit early, hop on, then go get your drink. I think it's quite difficult to set up that casual part when it's online. And I think, that's always going to be a bit of a struggle with an online one, I think.
Yeah, it's a good idea though, that whole 15 minutes before a Zoom starts, just saying, hey, come whenever you want, we'll start this time, but you've got that chance before for people to pop in. That was a cool little feature, I reckon.
Debs, there's loads of love for you in the chat. People are saying, all the love, a real seminar legend, as in the real conference.
The real conference, of course.
Joy says, great job, Debs. Well done for leading the wellbeing course. And Becky says, thank you so much, Debs, for serving. So you are very loved, Debs. And I wonder whether, just to finish, there's anything you could say if people are maybe in a position you were last term, thinking, I would like to start leading, but I'm not quite sure whether it's right for me. Is there any kind of words of advice you'd give them?
Yeah, I think don't think that you have to follow a set format for your small group. You should bring your personality into a small group and how you want to structure it and run it and have it. And actually, if having it really closely to the course materials as the way you lead it that way. Like, you have the freedom to be who you are, but bring people along with you. And I think unless you do it, you don't know what it's like. We had no idea. We thought we could absolutely bomb. We didn't know if people would sign up and join, but they did. And you two stayed, which was great. And, we're grateful for that. But, even if it had just ended up with just Callum and I, like, we would have got loads out of it. So I think, you just have to step up, take the chance, and just trust that God will use you and your time.
Really good.
That's
Really
great.
good. Yeah. Thank you so much, Debs, for coming on this morning. We really appreciate it. Shout out to Debs Field, everybody. Good job. See you soon.
What a legend.
Absolute
What a
legend.
legend.
All right. Yeah. So good.
Fab. Well, maybe hearing Deb's story has kind of inspired you to think, maybe this time I could have a go at leading a small group. So our small groups run termly, so usually 6 to 10 weeks of content. If you've got an idea, you can submit that onto the small group. There's like a proposal page, isn't there, that you can go to? Yeah. But also, maybe you think, I'd love to lead, but I don't know what to do. Well, Deb's just mentioned there that she used resources last term for the wellbeing course, and actually there's loads of resources that you can just pick up from and use. So do visit the website. If you click on small groups, there's a chance for you to sign up to lead one, but also a chance to look at some of the resources that might be available for you to lead.
Yeah, great stuff. And the reality is, obviously, we've been talking a lot about the adults in the small groups, but actually, we've got groups for all ages here at the church, and one of those groups are the teenagers, our young people, and their small groups called K Crews, because small groups are just boring. If you're it just says it's boring, isn't it? If you're, but K Crews, what the young people have, and they are about to start this new series called We Are the People. Let's watch the promotional video for this series.
We are people who are called. We are people whose mission is the Great Commission. We are people who walk by faith. We Are People is a series looking at how Jesus took ordinary people and made them into something extraordinary. It's looking at how Jesus took 12 fishermen and made them into the starters of the early church. This is for the ordinary. This is for those who are hungry to grow. This is for those who know they were born for more.
Great, that looks
So
good.
So
good.
If you're interested in the K Crew, you can find out more information about that on the website, but also if you follow Kerith Youth on social media, particularly Instagram, I think you can DM people on that and they'll give you some information.
Yep.
And it's every 2 weeks. I think it's restarting the 23rd of April. I'm trying to sound all organised here. I think it's restarting kind of that last week of April. So definitely have a look at that. It's going to be a great series. I watched a snippet of Joe Phillips filming part of hers the other day, and it's going to be good.
I'm so glad I get to be part of a church where the children's work, just looking back at Kids TV and the youth work, it's just so quality. And I'm so grateful for all the kids workers, all the youth workers who make this stuff happen, because they're absolute heroes, aren't they?
Yeah. Just going to come back to you guys in the chat. Lots and lots of comments in the chat today. Keep them coming. Anne says that she's looking forward to seeing her grandsons in the garden this afternoon. Yeah, back to weather, Anne. It's perfect weather for grandsons visiting there. Lots of people saying hello on the chat. So hi, Ronnie, Jenny, Sue, Stu, Jairus, Glyn, Jean, Palumi, Dan, David, and anyone else I've forgotten. You are so welcome. And congratulations, Mish, on the arrival of your granddaughter.
Oh, that's
Lots
great news.
Granddaughters
Really
and grandsons this week,
Great
so that's amazing. And a lot of people still saying just how good Debs and Callum are as a couple and as small group leaders. Lots of shout outs there. Thinking about the game, there's a bit of a split, about 50-50 between people cheering for Tom and people cheering for Joe.
Wow, were you?
Yeah.
Maybe it's time we see how they've got on, shall we? And see how they get on and do the final.
I think we should.
See if it works. So,
yeah.
Tom, Joe, how are you getting on? There's a laugh from Joe already, which I don't know what to think of that.
Yeah.
Just don't breathe. It's really unstable at the minute, but I think.
Good grief.
Wow.
That's taller than you, Tom.
Yeah, Tom's gone very tall. We have some people in the chat saying you should have gone shallow, Tom. But we'll soon find out. We'll soon find out.
The tactics of marble run building. Okay, so are we ready to go through it now? Right, okay.
I'm keen.
Okay, guys, this is your moment, okay?
No. Just give me 5 seconds, yeah?
5 seconds, okay.
seconds.
While
Maybe
you're doing
10,
that...
maybe 10,
This is what we're going to do, okay? So
I'm going to get a timer up.
Yeah. Oh, Shari's got a timer.
Oh, Shari's
Producer
got a timer.
Shari has a timer
Great.
today. So what we're going to do, each of them are going to have 5 marbles. We'll take it in turns, Shari.
Yeah.
So we'll go ladies first. Jo will go first, and she'll drop 5 marbles into the marble run, and we'll time how long it takes to get to the bottom.
Yeah.
The longest time wins.
Okay.
However,
Yeah.
I've come up with a rule.
Oh, no.
Right?
Yeah.
If the marble stops in the middle through poor construction,
Oh, yeah.
then they have to use their hands to move the marble.
Yeah.
Then 5 seconds gets taken away from their
Oh,
time.
my goodness.
Okay.
It just ups the
So
complication.
this needs to be
of
built
this.
well. You know, we've got architects who are part of this. Ralph Allen, who built the
That's
Kerith
true.
Centre, is watching this today. He might
Do
be
them
watching
proud, guys.
this. And so do them proud. So, okay, Jo Phillips, are you ready for your moment? Have you got 5 marbles in your hand ready to go?
I think I'm ready for my moment.
Okay. Shari, can you shout a countdown for them?
3,
5 at once.
2,
5 at once.
1, go.
1.
Here they go. They're going.
Wow.
They're going. Oh, she's struggling there for it to stay up. It's, I'll let her hold it up. Should we let them hold it up? What is, I can't see where they're going.
This is amazing.
We're hearing marbles.
I tell
I'm
you
presuming
what.
this is going well.
Jo's got a risky structure.
Ridiculously risky structure there, Jo.
Take your time. Yeah, that's it. There we go, that's 5.
Done.
There's a bit on the floor here.
Bit on the floor. You see, there's like a pig bit with like no supporting bit on this side.
I don't know how that worked.
I don't know how you did that. So
That's amazing.
the time was, Shari,
25 seconds.
25 seconds.
25 seconds. That's the time to beat Tom. Do you think you can do it?
Yeah, but there's about 30-second penalty for Jo. Okay, ready?
Okay, count down. Shari, go for it.
3,
Feel the heat.
2,
Feel the heat.
Stop. Jo, stop breathing.
Go. Here he goes. Oh, this is solid. Calm as a cucumber, Tom. Look at this.
Look at the skill.
He's done well here. He's using those green things. You see those green things?
they've like
They're
slowed
just-
it down.
They're slowing it down. They're slowing it down. Very good.
He lost one.
Oh, one got lost.
Lost
what
one.
was the penalty for that?
I don't know. I don't think we had a rule for losing marbles, did we?
Close.
Finished.
Finish.
I don't know.
Oh, Tom, 23.2.
23.2.
I've won, yes.
So close.
That was so close.
Oh,
No. Tom, you've got it wrong. 23 seconds for Tom, 25 seconds for Jo. That means Jo's won. Wow.
Very well played.
Yeah.
I think in terms of like structure, Tom wins for me because that was such a good structure.
Yes.
But
true.
it just didn't hold up the test of the marbles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chat, who do you think's won? In a
Yeah.
way, the timer says
So
Jo, but
close.
who knows? I'd love to say that there was a real deep and meaningful reason we did that game, but there isn't.
Just a bit of fun. Just a bit of fun.
Exactly.
Maybe
So-
you can think of something.
Well done, guys. So great job. Very impressive.
Yeah.
Love the work.
Fab. So let's tell you a little bit about what's coming up in the life of Kerith. So tomorrow night, get it in your diaries now, we have got a Kingdom Come prayer night. That starts at 8 and it's over on Zoom. So if you haven't got the links to that, then you can email info@Kerith just to get the links to make sure you're there. So that's 8 o'clock tomorrow night, Kingdom Come prayer night.
Yeah, and now we're in the Easter holidays now, but particularly after Easter, the kids go back to school and things. There is a whole host of things starting in the life of the church, really, aren't there? So there's a WTC theology event this week. There are life skills courses starting, midweek encounter meeting. There's Cap Money course starting. There's other theology courses starting across. There's all sorts of things, as well as the small groups that we've been kind of talking to you a little bit about today. So the best place to go if you want to find out more about what's happening is to go to the website and go to the What's On page of the website, where you can find out a whole host of stuff there. And you can also sign up for a weekly email that gets sent out, so you can stay on top of what's going on in the life of the church and sign up to what you want to sign up to. So make sure you do that at some point.
Very exciting. And thinking ahead to September, particularly those of you who are school leavers or maybe parents of school leavers, something for you to be thinking about. We are launching a young leader volunteer internship. Got so excited there, couldn't say it all at once. Young leader internship, and that is starting in September. And we've got a short promo video for you to watch if it's something you might be interested in.
Hello everyone, my name's Harriet and I'm here to let you know about the brand new Young Leader Internship. This is a really exciting opportunity for school leavers to get involved with the Kerith office team, to develop their leadership skills and to learn more about the gifts that God has given them. The internship programme will run from September 2021 to July 2022, so it's perfect for anyone looking to take a gap year before entering the world of full-time work or further education. During their internship, young people will gain valuable volunteer work experience to help prepare them for the future. They'll also take part in workshops led by members of our leadership team here at Kerith, and they'll be offered a selected mentor who will come alongside them for the duration of their internship and invest in their leadership and discipleship journey. Interns will be encouraged to deepen their relationship with God and their relationship with people as they meet new people at small groups and join the wider Kerith community in taking part in our Growth Track courses. We have so many ministries who are looking forward to taking on passionate interns, from production to kids work, social justice and worship. The full list and more info can be found at kerith.church/internships, where there's a brochure with all the info you need to know. The Young Leader Internship programme is for any school leaver who is hungry to serve the church and develop in their giftings. So if that's you, you can apply today at kerith.church/internships. The applications are open now and they close on Friday the 2nd of July, so get your applications in nice and early. If you're interested and you'd like to know more info or get in touch with one of us, please email internships@kerith.church, and we're so excited to welcome some new interns in September.
Great to hear from Harriet.
Yeah, that sounds so exciting. It's going to be a great programme, a great chance for you to learn a little bit more about what it's like to work for church, and just great all round. If you have any questions, like Harriet said, you can find the online brochure on the website, and there's loads of information there that you can find just to get you excited about September.
Yeah, too right. And just another update from Church Life. If you haven't heard already, we've put a bit of to coin a phrase, to use a phrase overused, roadmap. We put a bit of a roadmap together of what physical gatherings are going to look like in the coming season. So you can find out a little bit more about that on our senior pastor, Simon Benham's blog, simonbenham.com. Sorry. Know the website, Ben. simonbenham.com. And you can find out more there. Also head to our social media where you can find out a little bit about some of the timeline that we hope to bring back physical meetings in. And really the first date to have in your mind is the 2nd of May, Sunday the 2nd of May, where the majority of our sites will be starting watch events, where all these are simply where people can come, you book in, and you can come and watch online church, but all together in a room together. So obviously you can't sing yet, we have to wear masks and all that kind of stuff, and it's a very kind of COVID safe environment, but at least we can be in the same room watching church together. And as the time goes on, we will continue more into physical gatherings, and as restrictions ease, we'll be able to kind of do more and more on a Sunday physically, which will be great. But go onto the blog on our social media to find out more about that.
Yeah, exciting. Just a couple of weeks before that comes into play. Next Sunday we have got Ben Oliver speaking to us. He's going to be helping us to think about what coming back to this new normal might look like. But today we are very, very privileged. We have a guest speaker today, Hannah Heather from Emmaus Road.
And Hannah's just over in the auditorium right now. Hey Hannah, good morning.
Hey guys, so nice to be with you.
Yeah, we're so grateful for you to come and join us today. If you don't know Hannah, Hannah is part of Emmaus Road, based in Guildford, but they've got sites in Woking and Aldershot as well. Hannah, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. Firstly, you guys look so cool in there in your little desk. You look like newsreaders or something awesome. Yes, so my name is Hannah. I'm from Northern Ireland originally, but I'm based now in Guildford. I'm part of the leadership team of Emmaus Road Guildford, and I also work for 24/7 Prayer. I'm one of the writers for Lectio 365, which I've heard some of you guys have been doing over this season. And what else do you want to know? Is that...
That's good.
Is that good?
Yeah, married to Adam, right? Who's part of the team as well. And
Yes. Yes, him. Yes, I'm out to Adam. Yeah, he's the regional team leader for Emmaus. And we also have a little girl called Thea, who is not with me today, which I would say sadly, but it's probably a good thing. She's 2 and would be running around creating all kinds of chaos.
She might have been jealous of the marble run. It's probably why.
Yeah,
oh my goodness. Girl loves a marble run. Yeah.
Right. So share with us, Hannah, a little bit about what you're going to be speaking about today.
Yes, sure. So we are going to be opening up at Ezekiel 47, which is this incredible prophetic moment where Ezekiel receives a vision of the river of life which comes out of the temple. And I think sometimes we can look at these old passages of scripture, places like Ezekiel, and think that it's kind of something for the past. But what we're going to do is we're going to really open up that word and think, what might this have to say to us prophetically as the church today?
Great stuff, great stuff. Looking forward to hearing that a little bit later from Hannah, Heather there. Do put our greetings from Kerith in the chat, people. Let's say hello to Hannah and share all the love there on chat. That basically brings us to the end of today.
It does indeed,
So we're going to be handing over to Kerith Live now. So, go and grab yourself a quick drink and let's engage in worship today and look forward to all that God might want to say to us this morning. So we'll see you soon.